Welcome to another Full Curl Fitness Friday where we put and keep sheep hunters on the mountain. Hi, everybody. Today we're going to be continuing to talk about functional fitness movement patterns. Today we'll be talking about pushing. So today we're going to cover three different vectors of pushing. We're going to push down, we're going to push out, and we're going to push up. So let's talk about pushing down at first. Really, we're talking about dips. Again, I don't have a large piece of equipment, assisted pull-up and dip machine, but same story. We can use that assisted machine just like we did for pull-ups. We can use that for dips. And so I kneel on the machine. There is a stack of weights. I set the weight to the correct amount for it to give me assistance. And essentially, I'm kneeling on it on the platform. I'm pushing down through full range motion, lowering myself down, pushing myself back up again. And as I do that, I really want to work on keeping my core and pelvis engaged. So pinching a penny between my butt cheeks, penny between the inside of my thighs, and just kind of lowering and pushing down full range of motion with that. And so the natural scale for that is using less and less assistance as we get stronger until eventually we're able to do dips. And of course, if you're able to do dips, great, go for it. Our gymnastics rules apply. We don't go from 0 to 10. At some point, there's going to be that twilight period where we can't do a full workout of dips. Try doing singles or doubles, breaking a set of 8 maybe into single 8s or into 4 groups of 2 repetitions where you take 4 breaths or something and then hit it again, just to keep moving. Then the next thing we're going to look at is pressing in this plane of movement. So push-ups are really great. If you don't have push-up volume on the ground, what I want to do is maintain movement standards, which are, again, engaging the core and pelvis as we move so that our whole body moves as a unit. And what I want to avoid is like push-ups on your knees. So good scale is to use a higher object like this box, for example. My body is very taut. Again, feet are together, pinching penny between the butt cheeks and the inside of the thighs. And I'm going to lower myself as a unit with my elbows at my sides, press myself straight up as a unit with no deviation or movement in the body. So that being said, as I'm weaker, I can be more upright, and as I get stronger, I can find lower and lower objects. Now, if you're around the house, you'll just have to find objects that work. If you're at a gym, a Smith machine, or actually a bar on a squat rack is really handy because we have infinite ability to lower that bar as we get stronger until eventually we're on the ground. And again, we can just use that bar as our surface to do our push-up off of. Now, as always, we want to be careful that we're not going to push the bar off the squat rack and injure ourselves. We want to be pushing into it or just make sure that the Smith machine is hooked into place with that bar. Last piece that we're going to do is a shoulder press. There are many ways to do it. You could use kettlebells, dumbbells, barbell, soup cans. I don't care. Just some sort of resistance. I really like standing presses as opposed to seated because that requires you to really stabilize the core and the pelvis. And so when I'm pressing, I'm working on stabilizing my body and I'm not bending backwards at the spine. I'm also engaging the muscles in my legs and pelvis in a way that I really don't if I'm seated. So I just think it's a better thing to do because you get more activity out of it from the lower body. So as we do this, we're going to start with elbows down, hands in front of us, feet are shoulder width apart. Again, pinching penny between the butt cheeks, penny between the inside of the thighs, even though my legs are apart. Engage those muscles. I'm going to press straight up in the air and straight down, straight up in the air and straight down. Now, when I do it, kind of a weird concept, think about keeping the shoulder blades pinned, press straight up in the air and straight down without elevating the shoulders like that. So natural scales for this. As you get stronger, move more and more weight, and that's what I have for you today. If you appreciate what we're talking about, please feel free to like and subscribe.